Thank you for choosing Wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Imagine walking into a home where something feels instantly lighter. The air seems fresher, your mind calms down, and without forcing anything, you begin to sense that life is about to flow a little more smoothly. What if I told you that a single living plant, humble, affordable, and quietly powerful, can become the anchor for that shift? Not a lucky charm, not a superstitious trick, but a practice rooted in centuries of wisdom and confirmed by the way our minds respond to symbols and intention. That plant is the jade plant, sometimes called the money tree, admired for its plump, coin-like leaves and steady growth. Across cultures, it has been seen as a living symbol of prosperity. But here's the part most people miss. The jade plant does not create wealth for you. Instead, it trains your environment and your mindset to welcome abundance with calm clarity rather than frantic chasing. In Buddhist teaching, intention, Caitana, is the seat of karma. In Feng Shui, placement determines how energy flows. When we bring those two insights together, something beautiful happens. A simple houseplant becomes a mindfulness bell in disguise. Every time you pass by it, you're reminded to breathe, to act with awareness, and to cultivate the habits that lead to real prosperity. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 quiet, almost secret spots where the jade plant can work as more than decoration. Placed with care, it becomes a steady reminder of qualities we often forget: patience, gratitude, receptivity, and emotional warmth. And when those qualities blossom in your life, opportunities stop slipping past unnoticed. Stay with me, because I'm not just going to list the locations. I'll also reveal the inner skill each placement cultivates, the small rituals that make the practice stick, and 2 real lifestyle stories of how this plant shifted the energy of ordinary people. Toward the end, you'll hear the most common mistakes people make, and a short 5-minute ritual that can recenter both you and your plant. So, if you've ever felt weighed down by money stress or wondered how to invite calmer, steadier prosperity into your home, this is your chance. Get ready, because the jade plant might just change the way you see not only your living space, but your entire relationship with abundance. Why the jade plant holds its power. The jade plant has been called many things: the money plant, the friendship tree, even the prosperity bush. But beyond these nicknames lies something deeper. Its true power is not in superstition but in the way its form, its energy, and our own perception meet. Look closely at its round, plump leaves. They resemble ancient coins stacked upon one another, symbols of continuity, circulation, and savings. In Feng Shui, circles represent wholeness, the endless cycle of giving and receiving. When we see this pattern every day, the mind begins to associate growth not with chaos, but with stability and return. Its thick, water-storing leaves carry the essence of the water element, the flow of wealth. Its strong, woody trunk grounds the wood element, signifying resilience and growth. Together, these elements echo one of the Buddha's most practical lessons: prosperity grows best when there is both nourishment and discipline, both flow and structure. Yet the jade plant's influence is not only symbolic. Psychologists note that our environment shapes our mental state more than we realize. A healthy plant placed intentionally in our living space becomes a silent teacher. It whispers, "Care for me regularly," and your own habits will begin to mirror this consistency. And when consistency meets intention, transformation follows. From a Dharma perspective, the jade plant reminds us of Caitana, intention. Without clear intention, karma remains dormant. A jade plant sitting in a corner without care is just a houseplant. But when it is cleaned, watered, and placed with mindfulness, it becomes a mirror of our inner vow to cultivate abundance with clarity and compassion. This is why people across cultures have treasured the jade plant for centuries. It is not only beautiful, it is instructive. It trains the eyes to see wholeness, the hands to practice care, and the mind to focus on steady progress. When tended with gratitude, it does more than decorate a room. It shifts the very vibration of the space, inviting calmness, balance, and the opportunities that often arrive only when we are truly ready to notice them. The 4 secret spots for the jade plant. When it comes to wealth and well-being, where you place something often matters as much as what you place. In Feng Shui, the flow of qi depends on direction, location, and the subtle ways your home invites or blocks energy. In the Dharma, the Buddha taught that where you place your mind, your intention, your focus, shapes the conditions that follow. Combine these 2 insights, and placement becomes more than decoration. It is a spiritual practice. The jade plant, when positioned carefully, becomes more than a houseplant. It becomes a compass for your awareness. Each of the 4 secret locations carries not only a Feng Shui function but also an inner skill, a quality of mind and heart that grows with daily attention. Let's explore them one by one. 1. The southeast corner, training clarity and consistency. In traditional Bagua mapping, the southeast corner represents wealth and accumulated blessings. Think of it as the financial soil of your home, a zone where prosperity energy naturally gathers. But to activate this corner, you need more than placement, you need clarity and consistency. A jade plant in the southeast becomes your discipline dock. Its coin-shaped leaves whisper that wealth loves routine. The act of watering only when the soil is dry, wiping the leaves weekly, and trimming away excess mirrors the habits that keep finances healthy. Spend consciously, review often, cut away what no longer serves. To make this area resonate, place your jade in a sturdy ceramic pot filled with well-draining soil. Add a small bowl with 3 coins or a piece of citrine if you enjoy symbolism. Keep the space tidy and free from clutter. Each time you pass by, pause for 30 seconds and ask, what one small step can I take today to improve my financial clarity? Maybe it's sending an overdue email, saving a few dollars, or writing down an expense. Over time, this simple habit builds momentum. In Buddhist terms, it's right effort, a steady application of energy in the direction of what is wholesome. In financial terms, it's compound growth. Your jade plant becomes a green reminder that prosperity is not a sudden windfall but the fruit of consistent, mindful action. 2. The bedroom window, training calm and self-compassion. Your bedroom is the most intimate space in your home. It's where your subconscious unwinds, where dreams reshape your emotions, and where your deepest worries often surface. Placing a jade plant by the bedroom window may not look dramatic, but its influence is profound. In the soft light of dawn, the jade plant absorbs gentle sun and radiates quiet vitality. This placement whispers a new message to your sleeping mind: you are safe. Growth can be gentle. Instead of waking up already anxious about bills or work, the sight of a thriving plant becomes an anchor of calm self-compassion. Enhance this effect by writing a short affirmation and placing it beneath the pot. I steward resources with clarity and grace. Each morning, look at the plant, breathe 3 slow breaths, and let your nervous system reset before the day's noise begins. At night, let the plant be your silent companion. As you drift off, remember, money stress does not define your worth. Like the plant, you too are growing, slowly, steadily, quietly. This placement also protects your inner energy. The Buddha taught that the mind takes its deepest impressions in moments of quiet. By surrounding your sleep with reminders of abundance and steadiness, you create a field of wholesome seeds. Over time, stress softens, hope returns, and you meet your financial life with more patience and less panic. Remember not to place the plant too close to your headboard or under bright artificial light. Keep it near a window with indirect light, and let its presence teach you the art of gentle self-kindness. Prosperity begins not with forcing the world to deliver more, but with cultivating a heart that can rest in enough. 3. The main entrance, training receptivity and boundaries. The front door is more than a piece of wood and hinges. In Feng Shui, it is the mouth of Qi, the gateway where outside energy enters your home. Every time you or your guests walk through, new influences pour in. A jade plant placed carefully at this threshold becomes both a greeter and a guardian. Its coin-like leaves send a signal, I am open to receive prosperity. But its strong trunk also whispers, I know how to filter what enters. This balance is crucial. Many of us chase after every shiny opportunity, only to burn out. Others shut the door too tightly, fearing change. The jade plant at the entrance trains both receptivity and boundaries. Place it in a small nook beside the door, not blocking the walkway, not lost in a corner. Keep the area neat, no piles of shoes, no trash bins, no clutter. Each time you step inside, pause and silently name one quality you welcome, like honesty, creativity, or generosity, and one habit you leave outside, like worry, impulsiveness, or scarcity thinking. Over weeks, this practice reshapes how you interact with the world. Instead of passively absorbing whatever comes, you choose what aligns with your values. That is both good Feng Shui and good Dharma. The Buddha often spoke of guarding the sense doors, choosing carefully what sights, sounds, and thoughts you allow to linger. The jade plant at your front door becomes a daily mindfulness bell, reminding you to receive with wisdom and filter with compassion. 4. The transitional zone near the kitchen, training warmth and emotional regulation. Kitchens carry powerful fire energy. They nourish, but they can also overheat, both literally and emotionally. Many households know that some of their most frequent arguments happen in or near the kitchen, often around food, chores, or finances. This is why placing a jade plant in the transitional space near the kitchen, not on the stove, not in damp corners, but in a dining area or pass-through, can change the emotional climate of your home. The jade plant here acts as a regulator. In the 5-element theory, wood balances fire. The plant doesn't extinguish the flame, it softens it, turning intensity into warmth. A healthy jade beside the dining table or on a bar counter becomes a quiet reminder that meals are not just about survival, but about connection. To strengthen this energy, place a simple gratitude note beneath the pot. Thank you for warmth and peace. Refresh it each month. During meals, practice a quick gratitude loop. Each person names 3 things they appreciate. It might feel small, but this practice dissolves tension faster than any argument ever could. Emotionally, this placement teaches regulation. Instead of reacting in the heat of conflict, you learn to pause, breathe, and remember the shared bond of family or companionship. Spiritually, it reflects the Buddha's teaching that harmony and community, whether a sangha or a household, is the foundation of prosperity. Keep the plant away from sinks and strong odors, and care for it attentively. Its steady presence will cool heated emotions and transform ordinary meals into opportunities for mindfulness and connection. These 4 placements, southeast corner, bedroom window, main entrance, and kitchen transition, are more than tips for attracting money. They are training grounds for the mind. Each one cultivates an inner wealth, clarity, self-compassion, receptivity, and warmth. When you see the jade plant not as a charm but as a companion in practice, Abundance stops being something you chase. It becomes the natural byproduct of a calmer mind, a steadier heart, and a home filled with intention. The 5-minute activation ritual. Many people ask, how do I actually turn on the prosperity energy of my jade plant? The truth is, you don't need elaborate ceremonies, rare crystals, or expensive tools. What matters most is your presence, your intention, and a willingness to connect. In both Feng Shui and Buddhist practice, energy follows attention. When you give 5 minutes of mindful care, the plant becomes more than greenery, it becomes a living mirror of your commitment. Here is a simple ritual you can do anytime, though I recommend beginning on a quiet morning when your mind is clear. Step 1. Prepare the space. Clear away clutter in the spot where the jade plant will live. Wipe the surface clean. In Feng Shui, clutter blocks flow. In Dharma, distraction weakens mindfulness. This step is about making room for fresh energy. Step 2. Meet the plant. Touch one of its leaves gently. Notice its cool surface and thick texture. Take 3 slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. This small act tells your nervous system, I am present. Step 3. Set the intention. Whisper a short affirmation, something simple and sincere. May this plant remind me to act with clarity and gratitude. Write the phrase on a slip of paper and slide it beneath the pot if you like. What matters is not fancy wording but heartfelt truth. Step 4. Anchor prosperity. If you enjoy symbols, bury 3 coins at the edge of the soil as reminders of stability, opportunity, and flow. Each coin can hold a wish, perhaps financial steadiness, openness to new projects, or freedom from unnecessary worry. If coins don't resonate with you, skip them. The ritual works because of presence, not props. Step 5. Seal with stillness. Sit quietly for 90 seconds. Imagine the jade plant glowing gently, its light filling the room. This is not fantasy, it is a way of training your attention to notice calm, harmony, and possibility. From that day forward, take just 1 breath with the plant each morning. Repeat your affirmation once, even silently. That is enough. Over time, the plant will become a small altar of steadiness in your daily life, reminding you that wealth grows best where presence and gratitude are cultivated. A story of quiet transformation. Let me share with you the story of Daniel, a young software developer who worked long hours from home. His income was steady, but his mind was restless. Each month, despite earning well, he felt money slip through his fingers. Unexpected bills, impulse purchases, and constant stress about the future weighed him down. He often told himself, maybe I'm just not lucky with money. One Sunday morning, after hearing about the jade plant, Daniel decided to try something different. He bought a small, healthy plant, not because he expected magic, but because he wanted a reminder to live with more awareness. He placed it in the southeast corner of his apartment, near his desk, following a simple 5-minute ritual. He cleaned the leaves, whispered his intention, I grow steadily, just like this plant, and placed 3 coins gently in the soil. At first, nothing dramatic happened. The plant didn't shower him with wealth, nor did opportunities fall from the sky. But something inside him began to shift. Each morning, before turning on his computer, he paused for a single breath with the plant. It was such a small act, yet it slowed him down just enough to remember his priorities. A few weeks later, Daniel noticed he was tracking his expenses more carefully. Instead of reacting to stress by ordering takeout, he started cooking simple meals. His savings account, once neglected, began to grow. At work, his clarity improved. He felt less anxious in meetings, which led to him volunteering for a project that showcased his skills. 2 months later, he was offered a promotion. When Daniel looked back, He realized the jade plant hadn't given him wealth, it had given him focus. The daily ritual built a habit of mindfulness. And that habit changed his relationship with money. The plant became a living mirror of growth, steady, quiet, unstoppable. The lesson is clear: prosperity does not come from wishing for luck. It comes from cultivating presence and making intentional choices, one small step at a time. Like Daniel, when you anchor your practice with something as simple as a jade plant, you discover that wealth is less about chasing more, and more about aligning with enough. The 8 common mistakes. Even the most symbolic plant can lose its influence if treated carelessly. The jade plant is resilient, but it reflects the energy you bring. When placed without intention or cared for in the wrong way, it can become just another piece of greenery gathering dust. Let's look at the most common mistakes people make and, more importantly, how to fix them quickly. 1. No intention. Many people place the plant because someone told them it attracts wealth. Without a clear purpose, the plant becomes ornamental only. Fix. Spend 1 minute setting an intention. May this plant remind me to act with clarity. Presence matters more than belief. 2. Wrong pot or soil. Plastic pots with no drainage or soggy soil weaken the jade plant's roots and its symbolism. Fix. Use a sturdy ceramic or clay pot with a drainage hole. Choose a succulent mix so water flows freely. 3. Harsh sunlight or dim corners. Direct afternoon sun scorches the leaves, while a dark corner starves the plant. Either way, the energy feels blocked. Fix. Place it where there is bright but indirect light, rotating every few weeks for balance. 4. Dusty leaves. Neglected, dusty leaves not only block photosynthesis but also mute the plant's vibrational presence. Fix. Wipe each leaf gently with a damp cloth once a week. This simple act doubles as a mindfulness practice. 5. Chaotic placement. Putting the plant near trash bins, messy shoe piles, or loud electronics lowers its frequency. Fix. Give it a clean, dignified space. Remember, clutter equals stuck chi. 6. Oversized plant too soon. Buying a large jade plant for a weak light apartment can lead to drooping or decay. Fix. Start small. Let the plant prove it thrives in your environment before scaling up. 7. Heat and humidity overload. Kitchens and bathrooms often have steam, heat, or odors that suffocate the plant. Fix. Place in a transitional space with calmer air, never right by the stove or sink. 8. Inconsistent care. Some people water daily out of guilt, others forget for weeks. Both extremes harm the plant. Fix. Water only when the top inch of soil is dry. In cooler seasons, reduce frequency. Each of these mistakes reveals a deeper truth. The jade plant does not demand perfection, only attentiveness. In Buddhist language, it reflects right effort, not too much, not too little, but balanced, steady care. When you correct these errors, the plant bounces back quickly. More importantly, so does your mindset. You learn that prosperity, like a jade plant, is not about forcing growth but about creating the right conditions for it to unfold naturally. Practical care for a thriving jade plant. Prosperity symbolism means little if the plant itself withers. A jade plant that looks tired or neglected can subtly reinforce the very feelings of lack you're trying to release. That's why practical care is not just gardening, it's spiritual practice. When you tend to the plant, you're also tending to your own discipline, patience, and gratitude. Light. Jade plants thrive in bright, indirect sunlight. A few hours of morning sun are perfect, but avoid harsh afternoon rays that can burn the leaves. If your home is dim, rotate the plant closer to a window or use a soft grow light on a timer. Remember, balance is better than extremes. Water. Overwatering is the fastest way to harm a jade plant. These succulents store water in their thick leaves, so they need far less than most houseplants. A good rule: let the top inch of soil dry out before watering again. When you do water, soak the soil deeply and allow excess to drain away. Never let the pot sit in water. Soil and pot. Use a cactus or succulent mix blended with sand or perlite for drainage. Choose a clay or ceramic pot with a drainage hole. A sturdy container not only supports the plant but also symbolizes grounded stability. Plastic pots may be convenient, but they lack the energetic weight that clay provides. Cleaning and pruning. Dust settles quickly on jade leaves. A weekly wipe with a damp cloth keeps them shiny and allows light to nourish the plant. Prune any leggy stems to encourage compact, coin-like growth. Each act of trimming can be done with mindful awareness, silently affirming, "I release what no longer serves." Seasonal rhythm. During spring and summer, the plant grows more actively and may need slightly more water and light feeding with diluted fertilizer. In winter, its rhythm slows, water less, let it rest, and see this as a reminder to honor your own seasons of activity and restoration. Caring for the jade plant is simple, but it requires attentiveness. This is exactly why it is such a powerful teacher. Every act of watering, wiping, or trimming is a chance to practice presence. Prosperity is not about doing everything perfectly, it is about showing up consistently with care. When your plant thrives, your environment echoes vitality back to you, reminding you that abundance, too, is nurtured day by day. As we come to the end of this journey with the jade plant, remember this truth: abundance is not a prize handed to a chosen few, nor is it a mystery locked away in ancient rituals. It is a practice. The jade plant teaches us that prosperity grows the same way life grows, through care, patience, and presence. We explored 4 secret placements, each nurturing a different inner wealth. The southeast corner reminds us of clarity and consistency. The bedroom window whispers self-compassion and calm. The main entrance trains receptivity and boundaries. The kitchen transition invites warmth and emotional balance. Together, these are not just Feng Shui tips. They are reminders that the way we live, the way we care for our surroundings, and the way we shape our daily rituals all ripple outward into our financial and emotional lives. From a Buddhist perspective, prosperity is not just what enters your pocket, but how freely gratitude and generosity flow through your heart. The jade plant becomes a mirror, reflecting back the energy you invest. Neglect it, and stagnation grows. Care for it with intention, and the atmosphere around you lightens, your mind sharpens, and opportunities appear where once you saw only obstacles. So as you place your jade plant, do not think of it as a charm. Think of it as a companion. A quiet friend reminding you to breathe, to act mindfully, and to honor each step of your path with gratitude. Before we close, take a moment to write an affirmation in the comments below. Something simple, like, "I welcome prosperity with an open heart," or "I steward my resources with clarity and compassion." When you share your words, you not only strengthen your own intention, you inspire others in this community to do the same. If you found today's practice meaningful, please like this video, subscribe to Wisdom of the Dharma, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next exploration of mindful living and Feng Shui wisdom.